Last one, and we'll go to break real quick.
Oh, good. There's more.
Yeah, because this is the last one I wanted to get to. It's Michele Bachmann.
God damn it! I hate her so much.
You're gonna love this one. Hang on.
Oh, goddamn. Oh, fuck me.
1913, we passed the 16th Amendment, so now we have a progressive income tax. Well, it's progressed all right, so we're all paying massive amounts of taxes. It isn't just one tax, it's multiple taxes. That's the mischief that happens when you give government too much money because it's control over your labor.
That's right. And what happens, too, is because of that, I don't know how to treat you until I know what group you're in. Oh, you're in that group? I've got to tax you at this rate. I tax other people different rates. And so I don't treat you in government the same anymore. I treat you differently based on what group you're in.
That's such an important point. I'm so glad you talked about, because again, so much of what we have talked about is how God loves the individual.
The individual.
I don't know about you guys. I pay taxes to live in this nation because we got a lot of cool shit going on here. We got national parks. We got roads that span the whole fucking country.
As I heard a brilliant tax person say, an accountant and a financial advisor say, we have a complex tax code because we have a complex society.
Because we're a giant fucking nation. We are
with many people who deserve rights regardless of their station. The disabled, like the severely disabled, can't.
They can't pay taxes.
They can't pay taxes. They can't work.
And so
we cover them because they still contribute. Jesus fucking
taxes.
Stephen Hawking can't do the work that most people can. In fact, if we were to if he wasn't like wealthy, because he was wealthy, if he wasn't wealthy, he would have been like relegated to just the shittiest situation ever.
Yeah. So taxes happen at different levels.
Yeah.
Because rich motherfuckers are hoarding cash.
Yeah.
And shoveling it out overseas, you know.
Yeah.
They're not
spending we gotta keep it. Gotta keep. Well, they can't spend it. They have too much to spend.
They can't spend enough. That's the thing. Is that they can spend as much as they want and they can't spend enough. It doesn't fucking matter. They can't give it back. They can't.
Nope.
And even with high taxes, they can't.
Nope.
Individual to succeed. He wants the family to succeed. And when government stops looking at us as an individual with a name, and now we become a number, in other words, we become part of a group association.
Okay. I'm sorry.
How are you going to tax John Smith?
Okay, no,
without giving them a number.
Here's the thing. She says they support the family and they support this and that. Here's what they're banking on. They're banking on them becoming the next lottery fucking winner. These are people who want to become
rich. They want to be rich.
Incredibly wealthy and want to keep all of that. They're banking on them becoming the next wealthy. They're not
going to happen.
They're not gonna.
Your Hollywood dreams? Probably not going to happen.
Are you going to make more than $250,000 a year? Because unless you make more than $250,000 a year, I don't actually consider you wealthy.
You're poor at that level. Yeah.
$250,000 a year is
very
solid.
comfy.
Yeah, it's comfy. It's comfy. That is comfy. Good for you, buddy.
I don't make that much, God.
I don't.
I wish I knew what that felt like.
We don't need to talk about that. That's almost 10 times my income.
Then what's dangerous about that is if our group association isn't pleasing to the current government power, you get whacked.
You get whacked.
Or
you need to be whacked, Michele Bachmann. Fuck you.
What what kind of fuckery is this?
She's trying to say that if they don't like your social status, you know, whether you're poor or rich, they'll whack you at a different tax level. Yeah, because you rich people can afford to pay higher taxes. The poor people can't pay fucking higher taxes. There's a reason why at a certain level we don't tax them.
Yeah,
and they get all of their money back from whatever was taken out from their payroll.
Yeah, no, I gotta say, through all the tax brackets that I've managed to work through over my life, I have never been treated any differently by any government organization.
Here's the thing about the tax brackets, right?
Though I did hit that one tax bracket where it hurts.
No, I don't actually think they're perfect. I think that there is a gray area there where it's like, now I actually make less net. That's true. That's a thing that occurs.
Yep, but I realize it's my responsibility as a
Yeah.
person at that level to be paying that.
It's a weird thing that occurs. I get it. But the thing about the tax brackets is that it actually amounts to a percentage of your income, not necessarily in percentage, but in effect of your income.
Indeed.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Gotcha. So let's let Michelle finish up here.
Yeah, let's do that.
Falsely elevated, and you get a special benefit.
And when the Supreme Court struck this down in 1895,
the soonest judge you can find to talk against progressive taxes is 1895. That's 120 years ago.
I'm sure all the Supreme Court justices in 1895 were totally versed in complex economic structures. I'm sure that's what they were.
1895, Utah wasn't even a fucking state yet. 1896, wasn't it? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, it was 1896. But at that time,
it was a territory.
I'm going to be completely honest. I actually don't know.
Yeah. I just remember
at that time, like the biggest economic problems that you really had to deal with taxes were companies with genuine monopolies.
Robber barons, people.
Yes.
Robber barons.
Yes.
So
that was the big problem.
All right, here we go.
at that time, Justice Stephen Field said, no, this is bad. If we ever get progressive taxes, look what... And this is what he said. He said, if this tax, this progressive tax, extra tax on the rich, will be but the stepping stone to others.
Oh, is that
man.
true?
Oh, man.
Is that true?
He said, larger and more sweeping till our political contest will become a war of the poor against the rich.
Gee, it hasn't been that way for since 1895. You fucking rich
that's
people.
Pretty much been it for a while now.
You know, up until about 40, 50 years ago, we had a pretty decent middle class. You know, you could get a factory job and live.
This is how you get people going. I saw somebody on food stamps buying steaks.
I've seen it.
And?
So what? They get the money from the government to buy that. If they want to allocate that money to something that's probably not going to be that filling,
yeah,
you know.
Well, no,
if I was on food stamps, I would be much more economical about it, and I'd be like, okay, I'm getting beans and rice. Yeah.
That kind of dosage of red meat. First of all, a steak. I don't really care what size it is. Mm-hmm. Any kind is pretty much filling to me. Pretty much all the time.
It's not worth the cash most of the time nowadays.
Yeah, it's not really worth it. But you know what? Fuck. I'm not gonna begrudge somebody a steak every now and then.
No, it's not like
it's not like an every time. They're like,
and they're buying the steak at Walmart. It's not like
steak
I'm gonna
every day.
Come on.
You're buying that shit choice of meat. While I'm gonna be going down to the butcher shop.
Look at the highest grade of meat Walmart offers, and food connoisseurs like myself call it dog food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
no,
is.
And that's not to say that poor people are
dog food.
Dogs. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, come on, man. There's better cuts of steak out there, and they deserve some good fucking food every once in a while, for fuck's sake.
A war constantly growing in intensity and bitterness.
Just look at any campaign commercial on TV. That's all you see on these campaign commercials. And what is it doing? It's appealing to the lower interests of man, and it appeals to the American people to violate the 10th commandment.
Yeah.
Did they just say a lower interest of man?
Yeah.
There's a lower quality.
No, they're saying that the people wanting stuff is a base human emotion, not a elevated human thing. You know, how dare you want objects? How dare you want baubles? You know,
wanting things is humanity.
Yeah, that's why they made a commandment against it. That's what they're talking about. 10th commandment was, or whatever one they said, is don't covet. Don't covet thy neighbor's goods. You should just work to get what you want. Yeah.
Okay, there is something to be said about you don't want to take from somebody else what they have, as long as you look in your neighbor's bowl to make sure they have enough. Mm-hmm. That's the part that they're missing. is that are you looking in your neighbor's bowl to make sure they have enough?
I've played too much Fallout. I'm looking at my neighbor's bowl. I'm like, I'm gonna take what you got too. I'm kidding.
Well, yeah, they're completely missing the point of the progressive taxes.
Yeah.
God.
They missed the point completely, and that's Michele Bachmann.
And besides, did you know the wealthy do better and have longer lives and healthier and happier lives when there is a healthy middle class?
The hell you say?
Because these people
more people are buying
contribute.
Shit. Yeah.
Oh, jeez, for fuck's sake.
Yep.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Enough for this segment. We'll be back in a minute with our final segment, and we'll probably make it a little bit shorter because this has been a painful second segment of the show.
Has it been?
Too much fuckery.
Too much fuckery. I'm going to clip down. I'm going to reduce it to like 3, I think, next week. 4, I think making you guys do 5 was too much. Your guys' brains hurt. Everybody's brains hurt. We're going to go take a break real quick, and we'll be right back. Utah Outcast. See you in a second.
Jesus, for fucking Christ.